All right, for Business Math Worksheet Day 17, we're doing percents in their applications, sales, excise, and property tax. So in the following problem, given the sales tax amount and tax rate, calculate the sales tax amount. If necessary, round your answer to the nearest cent. The taxable amount of the sale was $107. My sales tax rate is 7.25%. So I'm just going to take that $107 times 0.0725, 7.25%, and that's going to give me my sales tax amount. 107 times 0.0725, I get 7.7575. I got to round to the nearest cent, so $7.76 is what my sales tax amount is going to end up being. Number 2 and 3 then should be fairly similar to that. It says in the following problem, giving the sales tax amount and tax rate, calculate the sales tax amount. If necessary, round your answer to the nearest cent. So the taxable amount of this sale was $126. The sales tax rate is 4%. So 126 times 0.04. Remember, it's always two places backwards because I'm dividing by 100. So 126 times 0.04 gives me $5.04. That one I didn't have to even do any rounding on. $5.04. And number 3, the taxable amount of my sale is $44. My sales tax rate 6.125%. So I'm going to take $44 times 0.06125. I don't want to round that off. Just move my decimal back 2 places and then multiply it out. So 44 times 0.06125 gives me 2.695. I've got to round my 69 cents up to 70 cents, so $2.70 is how much sales tax I would have to pay. Number 4, it says in the following problem you are given a total receipt including sales taxes and sales tax rate. Calculate the actual sales without sales tax. If necessary, round your answer to the nearest cent. So this is the total receipts that I have, including the sales plus the tax. I want to know what the sales are, actual sales without the sales tax included. So if I have the sales, that's 100%, plus my sales tax is 4%. That means my sales tax plus my sales is 104%. So I would say 104% of my sales is equal to the total that I paid. And so I'm going to use 1.04 times the sales which I'm trying to find equals my $1,250. So again, like on those other problems, I want to get the sales by itself. I'm going to end up having to divide. I'm going to take the 1,250. I'm going to divide it by 1.04. So 1,250 divided by 1.04 gives me, if I round this off, $1,201. And I have 923, so 92 cents. $1,201.92 would have been what my actual sales were before I paid the tax on them. So I have to think about the full sales was 100%. I have to add the tax on, so 104% is what I ended up to get the total that I paid. And so the next two are going to be sort of like that. My total receipts, including the sales tax, was $1,130. My sales tax rate was 5.25%. So again, my sales were 100%, but I paid tax of 5.25%, so I want to use 105.25%. So 105.25% of my sales is equal to that total that I paid, $11.30. So again, in order to solve that, I'm going to have to take my 1,130 and divide it by my 105.25%. So I got to move my decimal back and use 1.0525 then. So 1,130 divided by 1.0525, and rounding that off, I get $1,073.63. I have 634, so I have to round that off to $1,073.63 for my answer. So number 6 is the same kind of thing. The following problem, you're given the total receipts that includes the sales tax and the sales tax rate. You're trying to figure out what the sales were without the sales tax added on. We know our total sales plus sales tax was 1,120. Our sales tax rate was 4%. So the 100% of the sales plus the 4% in tax means we have 104%. So 104% times our sales equals the 1,120. So we take 1,120 divided by 1.04, moving my decimal back 2 places to change it to a decimal instead of a percent. So 1,120 divided by 1.04 gives me 1,076 and 92 cents. It's $1,076, and then I have 0.923, so I just leave it at 0.92. $1,076.92. On May 14th, Betty Torres purchased an airline ticket from North American Airlines. The cost of the ticket was $592. In addition to the cost of the ticket, the airline collected a federal excise tax of 7.5% and a sales tax of 8.25%. Calculate the following. So we're going to calculate the excise tax first. And so I'm going to take my $592. My federal excise tax is 7.5%, so 0.075, and I'm just going to multiply that out. 592 times 0.075 gives me $44.40. Sales tax, same thing. My price was $592. I'm doing 8.25%, so 0.0825, and multiplying that out, 592 times 0.0825 gives me $48.84. I want to find the total amount the customer must pay. Well, they have to pay $592 for their ticket, plus they have to pay the $44.40 for their excise tax, plus they have to pay the $48.84 for their sales tax. So we're going to add those 3 amounts together to get our total. So 592 plus 44.40 plus 48.84 gives me $685.24. So the total cost of that ticket, $685.24. Number 8 and 9 should be very similar to that. If I scroll on over. On March 22nd, Alice Collins received a home telephone service bill. The charge for actual services was $136. She was also charged a federal excise tax of 3% and a sales tax of 6%. Calculate the following. So my excise tax is 3%, 0.03 times my $136. So 0.03 times 136 gives me $4.08. My sales tax amount, 6%, so 0.06 times my 136. And so if I take 0.06 times 136, I get $8.16. So find the total amount she must pay, 136 plus 408 plus the 816. So 136 plus 4.08 plus 8.16 gives me $148.24. Number 9, on September 8th, Barbara Diaz purchased jewelry from Quality Gems Incorporated. The cost of the jewelry was $352. In addition to the cost of the jewelry, the merchant collected an excise tax of 6% and a sales tax of 4.125%. Calculate the following amounts. So my excise tax was 6% times my $352. 0.06 times 352 gives me $21.12. My sales tax, 4.125%, so 0.04125 times my $352. So again, you move your decimal 2 places, that adds that 0 in front of the 4. So 0.04125 times 352, $14.52. I then want to find that the total amount that they have to pay. So Barbara had to pay $352 plus the $21.12 plus the $14.52. So if I add all those up, $352 plus $21.12 plus $14.52 gives me $387.64. So $387.64 would be the total amount that she'd have to pay. And 12, we are calculating the assessment rate. So sometimes when we have property, the property has a certain value. But when you pay taxes, you just pay it on the assessed rate. So it's usually a lower rate that you have, so you don't pay the taxes on the full market value of your house. And so in this case, or your property, whatever it happens to be, the fair market value is $230,000. The assessment rate is 75%. So all we're going to do is take that $230,000 times 0.75. So if I take 230,000, 123 times 0.75, I get $172,500. So the assessed property value, $172,500 would be what I would actually pay my taxes on. Number 11, for the following property, given the fair market value and the assessment rate, calculate the assessed value for the property tax purposes. Necessary, round your answer to the nearest cent. So this property is worth $200,000. The assessment rate is 80%, so 0.80. And so we're just going to take 200,000 times 0.80, and so $160,000 is what we would pay our property taxes off. And one more here. Number 12, for the following property, given the fair market value and the assessment rate, calculate the assessed value for the property tax purposes. This property is worth $240,000. The assessment rate is 50%. And so it's going to be worth half. 240,000 times 0.50 would be 120,000, right? 120,000 is half of 240,000. And so my assessed property value, 120,000. So that is the end of homework day 17. Also the end of the percent section of your pie chart. So you should be able to log on to Alex, go to the percent section, and we should have covered every topic in that section, so hopefully you can do those. Anything you have a question on, make sure you come up and ask so I can help you with those things you have questions with.